GB9 London Classic, and we've got the reigning world 9-ball champion Daryl taking on James Welch. James, who we saw yesterday on the Challenge Tour playing against Thomas Ainsworth-Smith, has won the lag there after a bit of a funny incident where Daryl tried to convince James that it was closest to the head string, not the head rail, but it didn't wash. And so James did win the lag and gets this game off to a start. We're at the last 64 stage of the main event at the London Classic, which is where the top seeded players join the tournament. So James has attempted that one into the centre, but it's not worked out for him, so Daryl's been given an early chance at the table to test his arm. Lovely shot down the rail from Daryl there. Played that cue ball through with a lot of topspin there to come off the rail. Just had to negotiate getting past the 9, which he did very, very well. So Daryl's got into his stride very early in this match. With this 9-ball, it will give him a rack against the break and a 1-0 lead. Daryl just loses a bit of control on the break there. You see the cue ball stuck in behind the 9, and the 1 has gone to the other end. May elect to play a push out here, or there is the possibility of the long jump shot. I think at this early stage in the match, Daryl won't want to be really taking any risks. Wants to find out what sort of game James Welch has got. Is the push out. James just trying to control the table a bit there, trying to bring that cue ball round back off 2 rails in behind this cluster of balls down this end of the table, but he's got it relatively safe, but he's not managed to get a snooker. And this time Daryl gets it a good 8 feet of distance between the 2 balls there. We've got ourselves into a bit of a tactical second rack here. It's a good shot from James there. You see Daryl tapping the table. He's got the snooker. In fact, I think he's managed to get 2 balls in between the cue ball and the object ball. As the camera pans around, you can see some of the action on all the other tables going on at this stage. The main event is where it counts for qualification onto the GB9 tour for next season, so everybody making sure they play to the best of their ability to pick up those all-important ranking points. So now our first opportunity to see James in action in this match. His first chance to get his hand on the table and pot a few balls. Now he's left himself a difficult one there. I think he was aiming to play it into the left corner pocket, so he needed a bit more pace on the cue ball, but he's come up a bit short, so he's going to have to play it into there, which means a much tougher proposition, because he's got to try and get that cue ball away from the other corner pocket. Doesn't want to scratch. He's probably going to have to play this with topspin. He's tuned down on the ball. He's managed to miss the scratch, but in doing so has missed the pot at the same time. But I think he has on this occasion got second prize, because he's left Daryl snookered. And Daryl does go over to his case, probably going to get his jump cue out. Had a quick look. And puts the jump cue away, and he actually finds that he can pass the cue ball past the 8 ball anyway. Don't know why he didn't see that the first time he got down and had a look at the shot. Just gets a little kiss on the black 8 as the cue ball comes round. These balls now in very potable positions, so we could be seeing the second rack go to Daryl Peach. And we certainly do. With the break again there, but he's not left himself anything easy, so he's had to try and play a safety shot. From the angle we've got, it looks like a good one, but I'm not sure whether Daryl can pass that cue ball in between the gap between the 2 and the other ball there. Daryl just taking his time, weighing up his options here. Obviously fancies getting around the back of it. No. He's moved the 4 ball away. So it gives James ball in hand here. I think the obvious shot now. Roll that 1 ball in behind the 8, send the cue ball down towards us. And that's exactly what he's done. I think he's got the snooker, but he's not got the cue ball the amount of distance that he would have wanted onto the cue ball there. So I think round the back of the 5 ball, Daryl can make a good solid hit on this one. Oh, he could make a clean hit. But there is a little bit of a gap there between the 2 and the 3 there now, so James opting for the jump cue here. I actually thought he might have had a little bit of an alleyway in between the 2 and the 3 there to pop this one into the corner, but he's going for the jump cue. He gets the ball up and over. He's got the angle a little bit wrong and he's left that one hung up over the pocket. So he'll be disappointed with that. It was a good jump shot. Obviously didn't quite calculate the angle on that one ball correctly enough. And I think the cue ball hitting the ball on the way down often throws it offline. If you're going to make contact with the object ball, it's better to hit it when the cue ball's on the way up. So on its bounce on the half volley, if you like. So Daryl's turn to play safe. He gets it nice and tight in behind that 7 ball there, as you can see. Just playing off one rail here by the looks of it, James. It's a bit of a nothing shot by all accounts, that one. Obviously he was wanting to make sure he made the hit, but in doing so at that pace he was always going to leave it on. I think he'd have been better off playing it at a bit more pace, leaving it a little bit more to chance on that shot, because he's now really just gifted Daryl this opportunity. Hampered queuing, but not much of a problem. So he'll drop in this 9 ball now then for a 3-0 lead. Knowing full well really that he's been gifted a couple of these racks already. In all fairness, he's taken the chances when they've been there, Daryl Peach, but James Welch has not put up much in the way of resistance so far in this match. Nicely forced through that ball there with a top right hand side, so he could come back out for this 2 into the same pocket. Screws back for this 6 into the top left. Would have probably wanted to be a little bit straighter, but he's got a nice angle to send the cue ball back round. Just allowing the cue ball to do the work there, playing it through a top spin off 2 rails to give himself this angle on the 7. He'll play the 8 now into the top left. And he doesn't have to do a lot with the cue ball here, just stun it. And leaves himself almost a dead straight 9 for a 4-0 lead. So Daryl's starting to run away with this match, and James will know that he's got